My name is Tom Freeboard from Rise Up and Fight Ministries, and today we're out at North Randall Fire Department, where they've been gracious enough to allow us in their fire department to give us a tour, and they can tell us a little bit about what they do. Rise Up and Fight Ministries is a ministry that is committed to the mental health and overall wellness of firemen and EMTs. We are here to prevent responder suicides. Any donations to Rise Up and Fight Ministries would be greatly appreciated. Follow me inside the fire department where we're going to meet Captain Lombardo, and he's going to give us a tour, and he's going to show us all the nooks and crannies of the station and the equipment. Yo, Tony,
Hey, what's
good
up?
to see you,
How are
brother. How are you?
Good. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, no, thanks for having us. We're really excited. We're excited to see the place.
Okay, yeah, sure. Come on in.
Show us around.
Yeah, we're excited to have you. This is our kitchen. Last year, Lowe's was nice enough to donate us all new cabinetry. So the guys here at the fire department put it all together and kind of gave it an update.
These are nicer than my cabinets.
No, they're really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. They gave us a sink and they worked with us. So.
What are you guys cooking up today? Anything?
Actually, they're talking about cooking up some dinner. I don't remember what it was.
Okay.
They're talking about doing something for dinner.
All right.
So,
All
yeah.
right.
Most recently, Tom, the Village Hall relocated. This used to be Village Hall. This used to be the mayor's offices and finance. So they went ahead and relocated. So now we took over this area. This is our training room, meeting room. We're going to make it our roll call room. So we can do a lot of different things with it. Yeah, we're really excited to have this. And we did our peer support training in here this morning.
Yeah. I love the wood paneled walls. It's like big decisions are made in wood paneled wall rooms. You know?
We're trying to make it homey at the same time.
All right. So where do you sit, Tony? The middle chair at the top?
No. Those are the Chiefs. I'm normally down on the bottom furthest by the wall here with Lieutenant Foster here.
And Foster, good to see you, man.
Good to see you again.
Lieutenant Foster is a B shift lieutenant. We work together once every third day generally. He keeps me in check. He keeps me in line. If without him, I can't do my job. So very happy to have him working with me here at the firehouse.
Nice.
Yep.
So where are we going next?
Well, the Chief's offices are in here. We're going to keep that closed. They have a meeting going on right now.
Okay.
But the
so let me ask you this: are they grumpy today? Or are they
No, they're pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, normally the Chiefs are in very good spirits here.
Okay,
We don't really have too many times that they're crabby, but they're in their meeting, so we're going to let them do their thing. This used to be the lobby to City Hall or the Village Hall, and we've converted it to an exit only, which is great now. And then finance was in there. So exit only here because we have so many doors, we don't have people to man all of them, and it'd be crazy if we had a doorbell to every single door. So I'm going to take you back here. This was the old police department side. North Randall Police Department, we're in here. This office here is the captain's office. I can bring you inside here if you'd like.
So this is Control Data Central, right, Tony? This is where you sit.
This is where I'm at most of the time throughout the day. I have a bed in here that I can sleep and just do the work in here until we get a call or anything like that. We have training at 10 o'clock, so every day we are out training, at least outside the building or doing some sort of training in the building, whether it be a video or a table talk.
Great.
All right.
Great.
Moving along here, we have a water machine, very popular. So at nighttime when I'm trying to sleep, everybody on duty wants to fill up their water bottle for some reason, and it's multiple fills a day and night. So I'm always seeing everybody that's on the shift constantly. This is very popular.
But pre-hydration is important in the fire service, isn't it, Tony?
Yeah, hydration is very important.
Yeah.
We don't want everyone drinking coffee all day, pop all day, and energy drinks all day, and that seems to be popular.
Right.
But water is very important. This year already, we have been dispatched to 90 reported structure fires. And obviously, they're not all structure fires, but these are initial box alarms. So we need to be healthy and ready to do our jobs.
Yeah, this is great. I wish I had one of these in my kitchen.
Yeah, they're trying to get one on the other part of the building, but that's probably not going to happen. So we have a restroom there on the side of the building, and then this is our locker room. This was the old police department booking room. So what we did was we painted it, we took everything out of here. All of our lockers were in the bays, and now they're actually in here. So it's very nice in there.
You know, it's missing something, Captain.
A bench?
No, it's missing a Rise Up and Fight Ministry sticker.
Oh, you know
on
what?
The locker.
Hold on a second. I think I have one of those. I have one of those right here. And
Nice.
This is my locker. So we're going to put one right here. And actually, we didn't plan that. That was actually very funny, though. that I
Yeah.
happen to have, so.
Yeah, no,
There you go.
I appreciate your support.
Not a problem at all. Moving over here, we have an old break room that was for the North Randall Police Department. We converted this into an EMS coordination office along with lieutenants. So part-time lieutenants that we have, any other lieutenants that need an office space, they have their files in here. You're normally never gonna have more than one in a day. So this is very spacious for us, and it's a lot more than what we had before.
So where do you sit, Lieutenant Brown?
Oh, I have my own office in the back.
We're going to take you to Lieutenant Brown's
Okay.
office. It's a very nice office. The jail cells are in these two areas here. We don't mess with them. We don't put anybody in jail. Okay, we're very friendly here at the North Randall Fire Department.
You don't put the probies in jail?
We don't put not even the probies in jail, but those are the old jail cells and they're storage right now. We're not going to do anything with them. We have a watch office here. Right now we have Lieutenant Clark. He's manning the watch office, and we have an old tradition that's enforced here where 8 to 4, Monday through Friday, the chief would like someone to be in the watch office just in case someone comes to the door or maybe answer the phone. So we keep a fireman down here Monday through Friday to just keep an eye on those things. We have a new fire program software that's being implemented soon. So Lieutenant Clark and Lieutenant Foster are working on reviewing that software
Right.
so we can roll that out here in 2025.
Yeah, it looks like serious business in here.
It's very serious. We're going to let them get to work. We're going to close that door. As we come out here, this is the old police department lobby. Lieutenant Brown actually put some decor up, things that we have found. Lieutenant Brown actually made this, and then the sign he found, and we have a couple other photos there. And we're just trying to make it a welcoming, homey environment for not only our guests, but the firefighters.
Yeah. Did you steal that sign, Brown? No? Okay.
Going into here, this is Lieutenant Mike Brown and Lieutenant King, Mike King's office. We decided to put both mics together. Lieutenant King handles the arson division, and Lieutenant Brown is our lead maintenance for vehicles and apparatus. So they are in here handling things normally on their shift, and they work together. So that's perfect. They have their own space. Tom, this was IT's office. So at one point in time, the door was sealed off, and this was where IT was. So IT is now over at New Village Hall, and they have they have an office that's not like a closet. Over here, we have Dorm 5. We recently made some staffing changes, so we're staffing 5 around the clock here at North Randall Fire Department. Dorm 5, it's very homey, has a TV, light, things that you normally want to have when you're staying overnight.
So do they fight over this dorm?
Honestly, there hasn't been a lot of fighting.
Okay.
I think generally there's no fighting over dorms. Normally just somebody will grab a dorm for the day. We do have 3 full-timers on per shift, so normally one of them will already have the dorm if they want it. If not, a part-timer will come in at night and they'll take the dorm if it's available. So
Okay.
really not too many fights yet have broke out here. This is our fitness area, and we're trying to push fitness. Again, staying healthy, being in shape. We do have a lot of men and women here on the department that like to work out. They'll go on the treadmill, maybe pump some weights throughout the day.
Yeah, this is great. I can see Foster.
Yeah,
bench
Lieutenant
pressing.
Foster will be
Yeah.
out here around 4 p.m. today, and he'll be doing some sort of workout, which is excellent. And then firefighter Duvall is on B shift. He'll be out here probably on the treadmill later on.
Tony, what's this crazy big steel cabinet?
This is a gear dryer and also a hose dryer, and we received a grant from the Bureau of Workers' Comp this year for $12,400, and we were able to obtain this piece of equipment. So after a fire, we can come back and clean our fire gear. Behind you, you will see a gear washer, and that was also awarded by the Bureau of Workers' Comp right here. And after a structure fire, we really want to get away from putting the gear back in your locker after a fire, the tradition of smelling like fire and having it on your face and keeping your gear dirty for weeks and bragging about your fire. Those are kind of dwindling down now that cancer-causing agents are a big thing now. And we're trying to wash the gear, and then we're putting it in the dryer. Before we would hang it from like the workout equipment. Now we can actually put them in the dryer, and they will dry a lot quicker than what we were doing before.
So why would you need a dryer like that, Tony? Why can't you just dry your fire gear in a regular dryer?
Well, this dryer is good because it is drying to work based on the manufacturing guidelines for the gear. Okay, it goes over a hanger, it's properly hung up, and we don't want to just throw it into a regular dryer. Okay, so this is better for it to dry properly and quicker. Our gear is over here. We are in the process of getting gear lockers, so there's more grants out there, and we're going to be getting some gear lockers here soon.
Okay.
To avoid this. This was a temporary fix back a few years ago when we didn't have a lot of space. So now that we do have more space, we're going to try to make things a lot better.
I've noticed with city departments, space is at a premium.
Yeah, space is not, it costs money, right?
Yeah.
So the more space you have, the more money you need to spend. And they're aware of that. The chiefs are aware, the village is aware, and they're very supportive of everything we need. And they are currently working on a plan to get us more space. But in the meantime, we are going to do what we can do to work out of this building until that happens. Would you like to come and see our dorms?
Absolutely.
Okay. This trailer was designed to assist us with our living situation. We had a box made out of wood here at one point in time. Firefighter Duvall, B shift full-time firefighter paramedic.
What's up, Duvall?
He's one of the ones that'll be working out later today. And we were talking about working out. Yeah, we were talking about how you work out normally once a day when you're here, whether it be a treadmill or anything like that. So we had a box here. It was made out of wood, and we put 4 firemen in it. It was a 12 by 12 shed, we called it, and we had 2 bunk beds, and that's what we lived in at one time. And we decided to get the trailer. It was right around COVID when we realized that we needed something bigger. This is a computer room. The men and women come back from a fire call. They have computers available. If they want to do homework or research, they can do it here. We have a printer, mailboxes, just things that you would generally need maybe throughout the day to do some paperwork or if something's on your mind.
Yeah, I see all these battery chargers for the EMS equipment.
Yeah, we have battery chargers. So this is kind of like our battery station in a way. We recently got a grant with the Woodmere Fire Department on a joint grant last year where we got all new G1s, SCBAs, and those are batteries now. Well, they were batteries before, but now they are chargeable batteries.
Wow, boy, this has changed since I've been in the fire service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So every week we make sure that they're charged and ready to go. We put them on the charger, and then after that we'll dump them in this bin here, and that means they're already charged. So after every fire, we'll normally swap them out. So that's new technology that's come out in the last few years. In here we have 4 individual dorms. That was part of our COVID issue that we wanted everyone to be separated, have their own space. So there's 4 individual dormitories. This is our day room here, a place to eat, and it's really homey. Lieutenant Mike Brown, he does a great job of taking the antique items and putting them up on the wall. And you get a feel in here that you normally wouldn't get at a regular firehouse.
History and tradition is important in the fire service.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
Definitely needs preserved and protected.
We really like that. One of my favorite walls is the one here with our photos of the history of the fire department. And this, I don't know, there's just something about this wall that I really enjoy. When we first got sworn in as full-time department here, this is on here, and it's just something real special about this trailer.
It's crazy to think, you know, everyone in these pictures, everyone contributed to this fire department. They left their footprint in one way or another here over the years.
It's incredible. We like to put a lot of photos up, and it's memories too. This screen here is very special. We have 4 of them throughout the building, and we get pre-alerted when there's an emergency over our phones, and they come across the TV screens. We get a indication of what the call's for, 360 Google view of the location, all the closest fire hydrants are on there, and a map of how to get there. So when it alerts us before the tones go off, we already know where we're going, why we're going, if it's mutual aid, how to get there. and who's all going to go. Based
That's
on the if it's a
fantastic.
Med 2 run, we know we're taking the whole shift. If it's a Med 3 run, maybe we're only taking the command car and the squad. Working fire, we know we're taking everybody. So it kind of gives you an idea. Not only that, but we have these slides here that you can see, and it builds morale within the department, I think, because we can put messages up here, we can put trainings up here. We just had a couple past fire and EMS instructor course. Lieutenant Mike King, Lieutenant Carver went to fire and EMS instructor training, and they passed that. And
That's
then
great.
we posted it. We also have
There's
Facebook.
my name.
Yes. Well, this is Facebook. NRFD welcomes back Tom Freeborg for peer support training. Here we recognize C Shift on 11/27. They went on about 9 runs that day, and they had a few box alarms. So we like to just say, hey, you had 10 responses in the shift, which is pretty significant for us and our size. So we gave a shout out. And then we have the weather. We also have all the freeways on cameras that surround us, 271, I-480. There's a screen's gonna come up in a few minutes and you'll see the
that's
traffic
great.
patterns.
Boy, how things have changed since I've been in the service. Recliners, huh?
Yeah, we do have some recliners here. We actually need to get one more because we have 5 on shift, but generally we're not in here too often. Normally we're doing some training or running calls. And then here are the other dormitories. This here is our kitchen table. When we first got this addition, if you will, we got this table donated to us. And the men and women of the fire department took it and did some creativity with it.
This
You can
is
see
great.
the decals on it.
Yeah.
They put polyurethane. Lieutenant King did a lot of work with this. He put a lot of time and effort into this table. And this is kind of just,
Yeah, it's just I can't imagine this table being light, Tony.
it's very heavy. It's
Yeah.
very heavy. But
Yeah.
it brings that feeling in,
Yeah.
you know. But we like to have a lot of discussions here. The peer support team, I know you're going to be visiting us this month before the holiday just to check on the men and women here, just to make sure everything's okay. You bring donuts in, we'll talk. Holidays can get real rough with some of the things going on around us.
Yeah, and like Cliff was saying earlier today, like, you know, I struggle still on the holidays.
Right.
And helping you guys helps me
Yeah.
at the same time.
Well, we appreciate you.
It's dual purpose. Hey, Tony, I can't help but notice the wrench on the wall.
There's a story about this. It's kind of personal, but basically, somebody came into the firehouse, and it was a female, and they weren't happy with someone, and they knocked them over the head with a wrench while they were on duty. So we went ahead and took a wrench, and we put it on the wall with their photo.
Firemen can be brutal.
Yes. So that stays up there, and it's a memory. It's, you know, he the person's okay with it, but it's just, you know how firehouses are, right? So,
Right. No mercy.
It's not a random stranger off the street. You might want
No, it was not a random stranger off the street. It was someone. It was a significant other, and they weren't happy with them that day, and they hit him over the head with a wrench in the middle of the night. And the crew came out for a fire call and found him on the floor with a wrench next to him.
Oh, man.
So we have firefighter of the year and fire officer of the year that the officer corps and the chiefs will pick. So every year we put their name up here to just say thank you or acknowledge all the hard work that they've done throughout that year. So 2023 we had a firefighter and a fire officer. 2024 we'll have another firefighter and another officer. That'll be coming soon. Can't tell you yet who it is, but when you come back next time you'll know. Lieutenant Brown put this together. Pictures of all the old apparatus and new apparatus. Just kind of, you can see where we were back years ago and how times have changed.
Look at that old pump.
I believe they called this
Yeah.
ambulance ketchup and mustard, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
So nice wall here of different vehicles.
Yeah, this is great. This is a new addition here.
This is a new addition. I'm
Yeah.
going to take you out to the bay in a minute and show you this. This is our shift command vehicle. And then Chief Shorts also has a vehicle that looks exactly identical. And it was part of our staffing change that we made, but I'll get into detail of that down there with you.
great.
We have a memo board here. Just, you know, firemen come up here, they want the organizational chart, or they want to see if they need to make a phone call, updates. We put some updates there. Lieutenant Foster's working hard again. This is him all day.
He's all business.
He cuts off at around 4, 8 to 4. That's his business hours. This fire truck is something really special to us. We've had it for almost 2 years now. Before that, we had a 1999. It is now our backup, and it was rough. Our maintenance lieutenant did everything he could to tape everything, fix everything. He did it all in-house. He's been here 16 years, I believe, and he did a lot of work on that engine, and it's our backup now. But to get this truck, it's the first brand new fire truck North Randall ever seen in its history.
Wow.
It costs approximately $680,000 with all the equipment in it, and it was a demo, so it was already built, and then they basically took it out, drove it around, tested it, showed it to other departments, and then we received it. Very, very nice truck. Again, we've had it for 2 years now. This fire truck has a Life Pack 15 in it, just like the ambulance. It also has a basic drug box along with a Lucas device.
Wow. Can I go in?
Yeah, you can go in. So if the ambulance is out on a run, this has the capabilities of responding to a med run and having many things on it.
I've noticed in the newer trucks, Tony, that they have these cabinets now in the back, which is great because when I was in the fire service, they just had equipment and jump bags laying around. And if the engineer slammed the brakes, everything would just go flying.
Yeah. You know, it's not safe, so we try to be safe if we can. We know we have this cooler here with water in it, and that's something we're trying to work on right now. But safety is important, and we decided to put a cabinet in there. And in the jump bag is the basic drug box. You'll see the Lucas device and the Life Pack 15. And we've had a couple times where we've actually went on a couple cardiac arrest calls.
Wow.
With this while the ambulance is out. And then if we get a fire call, even if it's mutual aid and a firefighter goes down, we have the capability of at least starting the process to help save their life.
Yeah, that's awesome.
This is a 2017 ambulance. We're about ready to replace it with a brand new F550. This will move to backup status. Our backup status now is a 1995 International, I believe.
Okay.
So hopefully we will be able to get that ambulance before spring and get the transition going. We're very fortunate for the equipment that we have here. So every morning we mop out the ambulance, we mop the station, we make it clean, and it's ready to go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because you probably run more ambulance calls than you would fire calls, correct?
Correct. I would say roughly 80 to 85% is EMS related. Out of the 1,402 calls that we responded to last year, I would say 80% were EMS and 15% were fire related. And we normally respond to approximately 300 mutual aid calls a year to help out surrounding departments because we're in the center of everybody. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times, you know, the department's running 6,000 calls a year like Maple Heights. I think they just hit 6,000 calls yesterday. Warrensville Heights, Bedford Heights, they're running constantly. So we're happy to be able to help them out when they need assistance.
Great.
Anytime. You're standing behind car 3. This is a new concept that we started here about 4 months ago. And this has our shift officer in it now at all times, 24/7. And the idea is if we get a fire in our community, we have an established person outside at all times that can do a 360, can get there quick, can hold accountability, can make sure that box alarm, mutual aid agencies are staged or being assigned properly. In the back here, we have a jump bag, we have a basic box as well. We have an air pack, we have a water can, and we have our accountability board here. We update it every shift generally. So all the names are on it, everybody from the shift, or if you're not on duty, you're normally right here.
So why would you have an accountability board?
Well, for one, if we get a fire in North Randall, I have this board and I will take the tags from mutual aid companies. And that way we can hold accountability. You know, who do we have here? Well, Warrensville Heights is here. Okay, well, who on Warrensville Heights? Well, why do we need to know why? Who from Warrensville Heights is here? Well, if we get a Mayday situation, we want to know who's inside. It's very important to know where everyone is. So the accountability board is here. It's updated every day. We keep our fire gear here. We have an AED in here with a set of irons and we have Narcan readily available. There's been a few times now where the car's gotten to the scene first and administered some Narcan. This car also goes on EMS runs generally throughout the day to assist the ambulance. And if it's a call that we feel is very critical, we call high acuity, we will take the engine and the squad in the car.
So all that is planned ahead of time, right?
Yes.
For the nature of the call versus what trucks would respond in the order that they respond in?
That's correct, Tom. We have a plan in place. We have SOPs in place for if we drop to 4 on shift, which we generally don't do, but if we do, we have a response policy for that, which is different than 5. And then when we have 5 on duty, we have that policy. We also have a board I'm going to show you, if you want me to show you that next.
Yeah. And I got to ask you, Captain, what are these yellow hoses that are connected to the exhaust pipes?
Well, this takes the exhaust fumes from the truck. So when the truck starts, it's supposed to activate the system and suck all the fumes in through here and out of the building. Years ago, we never had those. And the fumes, after a while, you get used to those fumes that smelled. But we're looking at cancer rates jumping through the roof with firemen. And one of the things was, hey, let's stop dumping exhaust into the building and let's start sucking it out of the building. So back about 7 years ago, we received a grant from the Bureau of Workers' Comp to put these in. And now we have these on our apparatus.
That's great. That probably would keep exhaust fumes from being in the gear as well. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, and that's another issue. We're trying to get the fire gear out of the bay because you generally don't want them mixed, but for now, this helps fix that. BWC is very generous with our grants, and we've done a lot of work with them over the past several years. It is a tight squeeze in here, but we make it work. This board here, we update it every day. Either the shift officer will or the lieutenant will update it, and it's the date, which shift it is, who's going to be in the car, who's the engine OIC. Generally, it'll be the lieutenant on the engine that day. If the captain's off, the lieutenant will go to the car, and then we will have a senior firefighter or a part-time lieutenant that's working that can be in that capacity.
So this is all pre-planned ahead of time,
Yep,
right?
the driver, and then we have assignments for who's going to be on the tools and nozzle on the squad for the day, so everyone knows what it means to be on the nozzle. What does it mean to be on tools? What channel are we going to when we get to the call? All that is planned out ahead of time, and then we also have a training for the day, a game plan on that. 10 o'clock we have peer support training. So we didn't do another training today because this is what we're doing today. But if we have any notes anything out of service, we mark it down. We have a dry chem extinguisher out of service. So the crew yesterday, not only did they tell us at a roll call this morning, we have mandatory roll call at 6:55, but they marked it down on here. If anyone else has any notes they want to mark down, they can. This board is somewhat important, all right? And we do make sure that the shift is aware of their assignments when we start.
Great, great. So as far as the tools that you guys use on the job, do you have the jaws of life?
We do.
That you hear about?
Yeah, we do.
Could we see those?
Absolutely. So I'll take you over to, it's a very tight squeeze, but we can make it. We received these tools on the Firehouse Subs grant a few years back.
I've been hearing that they give out grants to fire
do.
departments.
I want to say about five years ago, we received a grant, and the grant helped us out. It was around $25,000, and it got us the battery-operated cutters and spreaders. Everything is labeled orange to try to identify North Randall. So when we get to a call, we've had a couple extrications where we've had multiple cutters and spreaders out on the freeway, and then we try to figure out whose they are. So we have orange now. So here's our cutters, here's our spreaders. We have a Ram MVA bag right here. And then you're gonna like this, Tom. Home Depot was gracious enough to donate Milwaukee tools to us.
Yeah,
we got
Milwaukee's
this fire truck.
the best too.
Bill, we went to Home Depot and they said, take whatever,
Wow.
however we can help you. And we have all new Milwaukee. And in the fire truck itself, we have a battery station. Everything that has batteries is at the station in the center of the truck in the back.
The battery-powered hydraulic tools are so much better than having to deal with the compressor or the pump.
Yeah, you just click a button, turn it on, and you can start immediately. And then every Monday at the firehouse, we have battery day. Every single item in the fire station on Mondays, we're supposed to swap batteries out. Doesn't matter if it's on the fire truck or the ambulance. If it takes a battery, it gets swapped. Generally, we try to.
Great.
you know how things
Yeah.
can happen. So this is the extrication area of the truck.
Nice. Why would you guys have a leaf blower?
The leaf blower came from a concept. We have a lot of firemen that are full-time at other departments, and someone said, well, the leaf blower is great to help blow debris off the road from car accidents. So we're like, okay, well, let's throw a leaf blower in there. Well, we didn't realize it was going to be this small. So the leaf blower may blow a leaf or two. It doesn't really do well with debris on the roadway, so we keep it for leaves in our station. Maybe it'll help on the road. It's there. So we're probably going to have to get a bigger one at some point, but it's a joke now. So we do still keep the leaf blower there and ready to go. Not many people use it, so that's
You could use it to clean up Brown's office, huh?
yes. Yeah. His office is very dirty at times, so we can use it for that.
Well, Captain, I gotta say thank you for letting us in your fire department, and especially your sacred space, the day room.
Thank you.
Not a lot of people get to see a day room in a fire department. You were very gracious to have us here. And my name is Tom Freeborg with Rise Up and Fight Ministries, and if you want to learn more about what Rise Up and Fight Ministries do, you can go to my website, riseupfight.org. That's riseupfight.org. If you want to find out more about North Randall Fire, you can visit them on Facebook.
We are on Facebook under North Randall Fire Department.
Okay, great.